Happy Monday, everybody. We're out here. Father-in-law, he's got his Pete in the back. We're just cruising all the way up north. And I'm kind of happy we're not doing ports for a couple days, guys, because look at that line right there on the bridge. That's a couple mile back up to the ports, and the ports don't open for another hour. It is backed up all the way to the freeway, to the on-ramp, off-ramp. That is bad. So yeah, we're gonna be out of the ports for a couple days. I definitely don't want to be standing in that. But guys, thanks everybody for watching the previous video. You know, we got a lot of stuff going on with the W9. Finally gonna finish up the passenger side, the step, the fuel tank, and we're picking up the hood. So I gotta repair the hood a little bit, bondo it, and get it ready for paint. Oh guys, what do we got over here? Whole junkyard. Well, we got a hood for the W9. We got two hoods because we gotta make one hood out of these two hoods. This one just has this fender that's cracked right there, so I'm just gonna cut this fender somewhere right here. And these are plastic, so you can't fiberglass them, you can't really glue them. There's a special glue that I bought, and we'll be gluing this part on there because it's plastic. You can't melt it or nothing like that. But yeah, what's nice is this is the plastic kind, and this one has the big fender. My fender on that one is probably like maybe 2 inches shorter. Fender on that one, original hood, is like probably like this. This one's like an extra 2 inches. So this would look pretty sweet. And this is the plastic one. The old one's fiberglass. This is very light. So it's a newer style. Only thing is you have to reuse your old brackets right here. The newer style brackets is thinner. The older is a little bit faster. Basically, that's what I'm talking about. The older brackets, you got to reuse these because these pins right here are a lot thinner. If you guys look right here, it's like half the size. Because the hood is lighter, makes sense. You don't need such a beefier bracket. And this one's aluminum while this one's steel. But all the bolts, the old ones bolt right up onto the new style hood. What do? This is our spare hood that we're using for parts. I basically cut out a piece from the fender that's cracked on that hood. Just got it clamped on exactly where it needs to be, and all we got to do is just trace it out and cut out the piece, and then we're going to use our special glue that we bought and basically mold it in, because this is plastic, it can't be welded. We got a small crack right here, so all you got to do is grind out a V over here, fill in this crack. On this glue you could actually use fiberglass on the glue. If I use fiberglass directly on this, it's just going to peel off and it's gonna come back off. Go, got a perfect cut. Matches up, lines up really nicely. Now the instruction says all we have to do is throw on some aluminum foil on top over here, grind out a V inside, and apply the glue on the inside, couple inches each way. And then on top of the glue you could also apply fiberglass to reinforce everything together. Once everything dries, you V out the outside part and you apply the glue from the outside as well. And then you could just put some body filler and it's gonna look pretty good. The hood is finally on. We just got this thing taped on. I still have to mold it in with adhesive behind there. But we're also putting on the new step on the passenger side. The brackets, we got them straightened out. This bracket was like way out here. All we did was just use our hydraulic jack, do a mounting point, push this bracket out. It's completely straight now. Same with that one, completely straight. These are the 45-inch steps and they're pretty much staying on. I'm not gonna cut them down or nothing because I'm gonna leave these exhaust tacks on for now. They're pretty much brand new. But we also got the straps bent out. We still have to move the strap back and put it in our new tank. And this side is almost complete. So to finish up the front drive, we have to replace this big bracket right here. We got it ordered from the junkyard. It was 180 bucks. So not too bad, but it's basically broken off and we're not able to put that torque bar in. So now we got to switch out. It's just 3 bolts right here. And basically 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts right here. And replace this big bracket because that's torque bar screws onto this. That was a pretty bad accident. I was able to rip that out. It's because the whole axle shifted and it ripped that out like this way. Just like that. We got the new bracket in. And the old bracket right here. This is basically the ear on this side is completely ripped off, broken off. That's how the old one was. Basically just completely ripped off. But we got the new bracket in, which has the ears for the torque bars. And there's the old bracket. There we go. Step is on, looking good. I definitely like how it has the stainless steel pieces on it already. That alone was worth the money. 300 bucks a step. And those stainless steel pieces alone are like 350 bucks. So I basically got the box for free. Pretty much ready to glue this, mold on this piece that we cut out. And what we're using, guys, if you guys ever have one of these Metton hoods, Metton plastic or whatever it is, this is what I'm using. By Polyvance. It's a 2-part. You need one of these 2-part guns. And it says on here, works on Metton, PVC, ABS, acrylic, polycarbonate, all this stuff. And this is what's going to be able to give you a nice adhesive. I was able to grind out a V on the inside over here. Basically 2 inches both ways, plenty enough. And then do that little part as well. And we're going to embed some fiberglass mat as well into it. That way give it some extra strength. And we actually would be able to use some fiberglass resin on top of that mat once everything dries up as well, if we want some extra strength. But it should work out pretty good. Once I'm squeezing it out, you can see the 2 parts mixing up inside this end piece. Well, we also got this side of the sleeper, the new bracket in. We actually made our own. Way beefier. We used the 1/2-inch steel that we had left over. Just welded up our own bracket and that's it. The new one was like 300, almost 400 bucks. So why not make our own? And we got the new bracket in as well on this side, welded up, and got the tank in. Just gotta polish everything out, remove these. I'm going to go ahead and order our 4-inch stainless steel panels that wrap around all the way. And as well as a 4-inch that's gonna go under this one as well. So little by little, guys, just waiting for the glue to set and finish inside over here. And well, other than that, it's really strong. Just waiting for a day for it to dry up. That way I could V groove, put a little V groove, maybe, you know, put some more adhesive on the outside, and that's it. This hood is ready to be sanded down and repainted. So basically, since we basically did our Metton hood retrofit on this truck, went from a fiberglass to this plastic lighter one, these old springs do not work. We tried them on, it just basically, it wouldn't even let the hood open all the way because they are so stiff. This hood is lighter, so this is what we had to get then. Part number 995405. It's a much lighter spring, and I guess it's a bit longer as well. So I guess this is what you need for the Metton hood. Comparison, I'm able to stretch this thing out very easily, and the old spring is very stiff. That's all I'm able to do with one hand. So yeah, this is a very stiff spring compared to this one. Yeah, much lighter spring. There you go, guys. That's it for this video. Stay tuned for next week. We're gonna finish up the hood, hopefully paint it if I get a nice color match. And that's it. We're gonna go ahead next week and delete the air horns on the roof and maybe change the cab lights. But the step is on. Both steps, both fuel tanks, everything's finished.